Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the NXL on Sunday, your World Cup playoffs.
So is it true? Is this the last day?
Do we get to go home? Are we allowed?
Well, it's not about wanting to go home. It's a matter about this is the best of the best coming on our field now. No longer are we seeing teams that, are in the lower end of the scoring. We're seeing all the great teams now coming up that have deserved to be here, that are coming in here, and now we're going to see some really, really good, equally matched games. No more blowouts, hopefully.
Smashing head-to-head.
Hopefully we're going to get some tight matches, some overtime, some one-on-ones, some excitement today. And hopefully you guys are going to stick with us and watch it along with us all day. My name is Todd Ansich from Behind the Bunker Paintball Podcast. With me I have the Falbs, Matt Falby. We're going to try new. We're going to try new nicknames
That's
today.
going on the jersey. I'm Matt Falby. I'm from AG Paintball up in Ware, New Hampshire.
The Falbster.
I have a little tiny YouTube channel called AG Tech. If you want to check it out, and you've got nothing better to do.
I think all YouTube channels technically are the same size when you're watching them, but maybe just a smaller followership.
True. Depends on the size of your monitor.
That's right.
Dad joking it out.
Nice to see Paul Poston said, hello, Todd Ansich at Behind the Bunker. And we're going to try to watch your comments, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest, we love interacting with you guys in the chat. If you have something nice to say, or maybe not.
If you have something nice to say.
Well, there was a couple comments yesterday. There was someone who I offended somehow with my haircut. He was quite adamant that he did not enjoy it.
That you were appropriating skunk culture?
I don't know. So we, I did apologize to him on that behalf, and I apologize again, sir, that my hair is offending you. But we will watch your live comments. But we have so many things out here to look at, so much great gameplay and breaking them down that sometimes we miss it. So if we miss your comment, Matt apologizes now for you.
It's all on me.
It's on Matt.
Thanks.
But I will tell you, coming on the field now, do we know our teams? We have Totem, I see. Shut Up, We're Trying coming on the field. Dead Rabbits, that's optimistic. And GG Factory.
Why would you say Dead Rabbits is optimistic?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Dead Rabbits, if I'm not mistaken, is a reference to at least what I saw in Gangs of New York. It's an old-timey gang that existed in the New York area back in probably the 1800s.
So you're using, fairly recent
American
references.
Cultural history, yeah.
As you can see, the pits, are abuzz. People are excited, getting ready to go. We're still waiting on the scoreboards to be updated so we know who's on the field and who's playing who. Again, you have to remember one thing today. This league is super organized, but it can only be as organized as when the teams win and lose, right? So as teams are winning and losing, they're coming into our field, and games are being done on the fly. We know
schedules are being rearranged.
Team A and B have to play, all that sort of stuff. We just don't know the names of them. So
it is such a complicated dance to pull off an event of this size.
Yeah, I mean the cha-cha you picked up super quick, but this is a dance that's
a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
So I think we might be having a little bit of internet problems. They're running out of Wi-Fi's. We might be down for a minute. So it's very possible that we're not broadcasting live. So if anything you want to get off your chest, now is the time to do it, Todd.
I'm not falling for that one.
Drop some FCC fines. Here we go. Go for it. All right, let's talk about this field. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to mention it again today. I think we've seen a little bit of an evolution about how the teams are attacking the snake. Early on in this week, the teams were much, much slower getting into the snake than I expected, and they were also much, much slower at pushing up the snake and taking advantage of it than I expected. Starting probably late Friday and especially yesterday and certainly today, I'm finally seeing teams figuring out how to get into the snake a little bit faster and doing a much, much, much better job of getting up the snake faster.
Yeah.
Because I do think the snake has an opportunity for really not all that difficult movement up it to the brick. And I think teams were a little slow to recognize how easy it was once you're in to go ahead and get that 50 brick.
Absolutely. So, first of all, I want to thank all of our awesome sponsors. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I also want to thank the Score Crew, APPA or APPI, PP Results. Look at this. Our scoreboards are now active, and you can see on your screen that we're going to have Tiki'S Totem playing Dead Rabbits, and that's going to start in 6.5 minutes. And then we're going to have Shut Up, We're Trying versus GG Factor. So because we have 6.5 minutes, what we're going to do is Matt and I are going to go powder our noses, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll come back in about 4 or 5 minutes and get you guys back.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Calming, but calming down. I'm centering. Here we go now. Here we go now.
This is the 36 CI 4500 PSI HK Army compressed air tank, the smallest and lightest tank for both paintball and airsoft setups. Available with the standard reg or the pro reg, your guaranteed constant flow output pressure. Available now in 5 colors on hkarmy.com.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. We have a little bit of gameplay here going on. The scoreboards have gone down. Aldous is working on it, and we'll hopefully have you guys back up and running and watching the scores, the times, the team names on there.
So I believe we have Tiki'S Totems to the left and Dead Rabbits to the right. Excuse me if I'm wrong about that.
Dead Rabbits losing their first player.
Tiki Totems losing their player out of home.
Dead Rabbits lose Forest. That's their snake player.
Tiki with good presence up the middle. They have both the juice box and that snake tower. Right now, nothing opposing them in the snake tower. Right, so game's hitting that kind of midpoint where things slow down a little bit. Gives players a chance to maybe figure out a solution. Dead Rabbit player getting a check over there on that Dorito side can. He's called clean. So we're still 4-on-4. Honestly, I think Tiki has a little bit better situation here if they want to get into the snake. Because the Dead Rabbits don't have the tower, that's a really prime position to stop moving in the snake. We see a Rabbit player walking off from that can. I'm sorry, from the Dorito side. So Dorito gets filled in from the can for the Dead Rabbits.
All right, scoreboard is now up and running, and you'll see it on your screen in a moment. Good job by the tech crews.
We go move into snake 1, snake 2, and now to the snake 50. Great movement there by the Tiki player. Oh, good twitch reflexes. He came up looking. There was a gun waiting for him, and man, he got back in his bunker fast. I'm jealous. I would die instantly looking down a barrel like that. Good calm communication, too. I hear he's talking to his back player in a really calm conversational voice. No panicky screaming. Excellent.
Good. Well, that's a lesson you can learn because you've just been yelling at me all weekend. So Dead Rabbits, ladies and gentlemen, this is their first NXL event, and their history so far, they placed 6th at Bunkerfest. Play out of MVS Paintball and ER Paintball Park. We do, unfortunately, as I'm talking about them, they lose their Snakeside can. Looks like they still have home.
Dorito 2.
And Dorito 2. Unfortunately, that may not be enough. I see Tiki's already in our snake side.
Home player takes a walk. It's just going to be that Dorito. Dorito 3, actually. Dorito 3 player taking a walk for Dead Rabbits. That should be a walk-in. Yeah, or a towel. So, Dead Rabbits towel out of that one. Good work by Tiki. Not a dramatic win, just they did all the right things. Great moving up the snake by Tiki. Again, it's that lack of that tower for Dead Rabbits really opened it up for Tiki to just slide down that snake without much opposition.
And there's a replay there of the breakout. Looked like he nearly had some paint on him there from Shut Up We're Trying, but...
from Dead Rabbits, yeah. This is Tiki you're looking at, and over here you're looking at Dead Rabbits on their breakout. Dead Rabbits into that God bunker. Pretty standard breakout. I like the fact they're not doubling up home. I don't think doubling up home has paid as much dividends as these teams need on the breakout for what you give up by doing it. All right, so we're going to have Shut Up We're Trying versus GG Factory. Little shout out to Dan Sensi from GG Factory. Dan's joined us in the booth a few times in the past. Knows a lot about paintball.
We're also watching your live comments in the chat. Want to shout out to Divine Encouragement saying, how dare you show your luscious white hair, that I'm totally not jealous of, Todd. Thank you. Well, I'm glad I'm not offending you with my haircut.
There's no product either in his hair. He just wakes up and it's just perfect.
Yes, I still believe I need to apologize to the gentleman yesterday that found my hair offensive.
Now, is this the result of like a cursed monkey paw situation, the hair?
No, just genetics.
Okay.
So
Shut Up We're Trying on the left, GG Factory on the right.
Yeah. GG Factory, 4 guns up, going up the middle.
Shut Up We're Trying is doubling up that home, but immediately get out of there, make a bump up to the juice box. GG Factory, I'm sorry, Shut Up We're Trying not in great position to get into the snake, though, from where they are. Maybe it's that tower that's going to have to bump into that if he wants to take it.
GG making a couple of secondaries, now taking both towers. They have snake insert. I believe that's Brayswell over there, number 67. We'll see if he manages to get into the snake right now. No one is in the snake, but certainly lots of pressure from both teams.
5 alive for both teams. GG Factory maybe in a little bit better position to go ahead and get into that snake. Not an easy bump in there. I'm not going to pretend that it's no big deal, but at least they got a guy in the insert bunker. GG Factor just has to win some gunfights here. Really just get gun dominance, not even get kills. They got to get gun dominance on the snake side if they want to get their guy in.
So GG Factory on your right, this year in the 2023 season, placed 15th at the first event, 12th at Lone Star, 15th at MAO, and now 10th in Chicago. So they've been gradually moving up, and now we see them here in the semifinals. So good on them. While I'm talking about them, they did lose their first body. And that's going to make it 4 on. What do you have there,
I
Matt?
still believe we have 5 alive. Shut Up We're Trying seems to be okay in just kind of a static position. They're not taking big risks. To be honest, that's not entirely unusual. First point of a match, you never want to lose it. So teams tend to play a little bit more conservative. Because once you start going down points, it forces your coach to maybe pick game plans that he doesn't want to pick. So you really, really focus on winning that first point.
Well, I hate to say it, but Shut Up We're Trying, actually, I would rank them as a higher team right now. They play second, third, and first this year.
Yeah. While that was going on, GG Factory made a nice move into this snake side wedge, although he's going to get bunkered. Great counter move.
Oh, nice.
It's just a trade, but it was a very important trade.
Yes.
At the same time, another player walking off from GG Factory from that tower. That frees up Shut Up We're Trying. They've got a better chance to get in the snake now. There's a lot less guns able to stop it. So for GG Factory, I think we're looking at home, the snake side tower, the snake side can. That might be it. I've lost
as well.
I'm lost.
And it's hard because of the sun coming in our eyes. I apologize. Yeah. The Dorito side is elusive to us in some places because there's so many bunkers on that field.
So Shut Up We're Trying, starting to spread the field. They go ahead and get into D1. I'm sorry, they get into the D side can. They're in the snake insert now, and they're in the juice box. So that snake insert can make his own luck, and there he goes. He gets into the snake. Doing the inside crawl, which he should be able to do because he can just drop below the horizon of that wedge.
Getting chopped out a second he left his bunker goes GG Factory player.
That was most likely the juice box, which immediately then takes the walk. So juice box gets the kill for Shut Up We're Trying and then dies quickly thereafter.
I believe that was C. Wayne, and I know I said that wrong, so I apologize.
Interesting tactical drop back by Shut Up We're Trying.
Towel being called. Well, that was a good point.
So GG Factory towels out of that one, which is interesting because, here we go. Here we go with the replay of the breakout. Clean breakout from both teams, if I'm not mistaken.
5 guns up. Well done.
Yeah, we're seeing...
I don't like that doubling up the home, but I do like what he did there.
Very quick bump out of it. Yeah.
Get your lane in and get out. All right, so 4 guns up there with a run to the snake.
A little more of a traditional breakout.
Yep.
So it's interesting for that towel because at least some of the Shut Up We're Trying players were dropping back as if they were losing the game. So they weren't as confident that they were winning the game as their opponents were.
Yeah. 30 seconds. So coming on the field here, we have Dead Rabbits and Tiki again. Tiki's Totem will be on the right side of your screen. You're looking at Dead Rabbits right there.
10 seconds.
Dead Rabbits on the left. They're down by 1 point. Not a huge hole. Not a huge deal. Lots of time on the clock. Dead Rabbits getting a check. I think there may have been a hit. Yep, sure enough. They lose their snake insert player.
But while that's happening, I managed to get a Totem player into the snake 1 and 2 now.
You did
moving up.
That.
And now he's at the 50.
Yeah, he is in a great position to blow this game up. Nobody on Dead Rabbits is aware of his presence yet. There's no return fire coming in.
And, here we go. So Tiki Totem is going to wrap and go.
Dead Rabbit.
Shoot, wrap, and look inside there.
Now he's going to focus over there on that Dorito side.
It's hard to tell, but that looks like it's Derek Friedhoff for Totem as their snake player. He's got a great shot if he backs up across the Dorito 1, but it doesn't matter because the towel was just called, and that's going to take Totem up 2-0 against Dead Rabbits with 11 minutes and 42 seconds left on their clock.
Great game by them. They got a very quick kill over here on the Dorito on the snake side, and that opened up for aggressive snake play. Slid right up to the 50 and started doing damage. And not just got to the 50, but he got to the 50 completely unaware. The other team just didn't know he's there, and that lets him do a lot of damage. So from this snake, you have shots on Doritos side, but as I mentioned before, they're not auto kills. The Doritos side players can stay alive if you're in the snake if they know you're there, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to move up the snake and you can do it sneaky, you've got a window of opportunity to get some cheap, quick kills when they don't know. But once they know you're there, then you're just going to have to win a gunfight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just looking over my notes here. So Shut Up, We're Trying, as I say, came second, third, and first in the last 4 events. So coming in strong.
Yeah.
So I expect to see some good things here. From Shut Up, We're Trying.
The very fact that they're here playing on Sunday at the World Cup means they're doing great.
Yeah. It's World Cup. You can drop the. Facebook learned the
the
same
World
lesson.
Cup.
So Shut Up, We're Trying loses their first body off the break.
GG Factory also losing their first body from the Dorito side.
So 4-on-4 paintball here.
Both teams mirrored up in this snake tower. This is the game within a game, right? These 2 snake towers are so important to stopping movement into the snake. Matter of fact, I don't love the fact that GG Factory just abandoned their snake tower to go into the juice box. Actually, both teams do it. The reason I don't love it is because from the tower you can shoot down into the snake. From the juice box, you really can't do that. So any snake player is free to just drop low and crawl.
So it's 4-on-3 in favor of Shut Up, We're Trying right now for body count. While I'm saying that referee went to go pull, but he's clean. So Shut Up, We're Trying are going to continue to play with 4 bodies alive. 1 in the juice box,
great drone
1 in the
shot.
snake insert, 1 in the Dorito can.
So GG Factory's in the D2, D side can, and the juice box.
And I have lost my Shut Up, We're Playing trier. It looks like he's in Dorito 2.
Dorito 2,
and
but he
just
takes a
got
walk.
eliminated.
Yeah, you just commentated, cursed him.
3-on-3 right now, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to now open up that Dorito side a little bit here.
I was just about to say, I think the ball is in the court of GG Factory to push up that Dorito side. Bump into that D3 or even bypass it and go right into D50.
Yeah, so that was glide well across the field, and Dorito 2 that was eliminated there if you're paying attention at home.
So GG Factory player, he's got to fight his way past the gun from Shut Up, We're Trying that's in the juice box. The juice box right now is the only thing holding up GG Factory from sliding up that Dorito side.
Oh, we're getting some people rooting for Shut Up, We're Trying in the live chat.
As I say that, Shut Up, We're Trying loses that juice box. Makes it even easier to move up that D side.
Yeah, that's player number 85. That's Hilscher.
So I think we might get through a point with neither team even taking the snake.
I may only have one Shut Up, We're Playing or Trying player left, and he's in the snake insert right now.
Yeah, I believe it's a 3-on-1.
Now he's moving over to the snake.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and he got clipped on his run. No, he...
Yeah, he got blown up, so he had a run-through going on at the same time by GG Factory. GG Factory, nice convincing win. Honestly, we're at a point in that game we were at 3-3. There's Dan Sensi walking off. We were at 3-on-3. Either team could have taken it. It looks like GG Factory just won some gunfights.
Yep.
And when you're 3-on-3, you win one gunfight, and suddenly these lanes that are stopping you from moving upfield just disappear.
Yep. Yep. There's GG giving out some high fives and handshakes.
There we go. So we're going to see Tiki'S Totem versus Dead Rabbits again.
I've also noticed that per capita this year of the amount of beards. There's an awful lot of beardage, if you will.
Yeah.
I think if any of the paintball manufacturers are watching and listening to that, beard grooming products in their booth would be a marketable thing.
Is that because we're approaching winter?
Maybe putting on their winter coats.
Are we? I don't know how many hockey fans out there, but
Sorry, what did you call it? Hacky?
Hockey. You a fan of hockey? Called the Bruins? Yeah, maybe we're seeing playoff beards. It's Sunday. It's playoffs.
That's true. I would need to plan for next year to have a playoff beard.
Well, that's why teams shave their beards off in shame if they drop out of the playoffs. There's a big mass de-bearding that takes place in the pits.
Is it? Mm-hmm. A lot of bald chins.
Yeah, a lot of loose hair flowing around out there in the pits.
A lot more dimples. So on the field, Dead Rabbits on the right, down by 2. 11 and a half minutes still to go. So Dead Rabbits, you've got lots of time here.
5 alive, both sides.
This is Dead Rabbits' first event here, or any NXL event.
Tiki'S Totem taking that juice box. They're at home. They've got the can.
Dead Rabbits lose 1 and 2 and 3 bodies.
Oof.
Bunker rub being called on the...
And they just towel out of it.
So they lost 4 bodies within the first 20 seconds of that point.
And that not by flag either.
No. No, that was all on their own. But you know what? The other team had their guns up, and that's what happens. That's the thing. How many guns do you put up in hopes that you're going to clip somebody versus how many risks are you going to take?
Yeah.
Gun down, getting in.
It's risk reward. If you're going to put those guns up, you have to get kills, right? Yep. So if you go out gun heavy and you don't get a kills, you've just given up a bunch of territory and you didn't get anything for it.
Absolutely.
So let's take a chance to thank our sponsors, our many sponsors, which have been awesome in helping support this webcast. I know that this is a big deal for a lot of players getting a chance to watch at home, tell their family and friends to watch. So thank you to all of our sponsors out there that really help make this possible. Please support them.
All right. Yeah, same with Paul Poston in the live chat said everyone should reach out to these sponsors for the free broadcast and thank them for their support. This is how we grow our sport. Like and share everywhere.
Right.
Wise man that Paul Poston is.
He's the smartest man in the room. Shut Up, We're Trying versus GG Factory. GG on the right.
GG going up the gut, up the center, and looks like he's going to stop at the juice box, and another going up to the 40 lay-down wedge, while one of his Dorito players are going to take the run.
Shut Up, We're Trying with a much more conservative breakout. They're not making a lot of secondaries right now.
So it's a 5-on-4 match right now.
They're just going to try to see if they can win some gunfights. So neither team really pressing in. There we go. Okay. Shut Up, We're Trying into Snake 1. Immediately Snake 2. I think he's not going to stop. Nope, he backs up into the Snake Wall 2. He's going to take the outside route.
Taking out home in the meantime, so GG down to 3, now down to 2 bodies alive.
Great move.
Yeah, GG cannot let them take that Snake again. Well played by Allison, number 17.
The Shut Up, We're Trying player is looking upset like he maybe got shot by his teammate. It was after the buzzer, so it didn't really matter, but
yeah,
kind of.
It still sucks either way.
Yeah, he kind of threw up the what the hell sign.
What the HE double hockey sticks. Oh,
yes.
sorry, hacky sticks. Is
how
that
very
what you
Canadian
them?
of you to. Actually, I think I started the hockey reference, so blame me.
Yeah.
All right.
Adam Stewart in the live chat says, absolutely, Paul Poston. We also need to help this broadcast with a like. And I'm going to add a sentence to that. Not only help us with a like, but if you're on your way to the field or at the field listening, it is 8:30. It's getting close to lunch in about 3 hours. We enjoy...
we can be bought.
We are carnivores, so we will eat anything from a hamburger to some of the barbecue there.
Yep.
We would love to have some fresh lunch brought in. Thank you for offering.
I'm an omnivore. I'll take whatever you send my way.
Yeah, there are some actually really good food options here.
Yes.
No longer Chick-fil-A, obviously, but they've been here all week. They decided they had enough, and they're not here today.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, I guess that's the reason. And then they also have some barbecue that they've been smoking all last night. Last night when we were walking out, they were stoking the fires for today's cook.
I think it's Smokey Joe's at the barbecue. It is so good.
I went to Rua's stand. I don't remember what it's called, but they had empanadas, they had potato balls, they had all kinds of great stuff, and it was delicious. I had the satays, the skewers. They were delicious.
Yeah, the days of just getting like a hot dog and a lukewarm soda are over for the NXL.
Well, I said to my travel partner Dusty, we were down here, and I said, we were looking at a menu last night. I said, I almost want a hamburger. Normally I'm so sick of hamburgers, but I have not eaten one all week. Yeah, and the crew at NXL here and the broadcast crew especially have done a really good job of feeding us and keeping us nourished.
Well, we become so difficult when we get hungry.
Yeah, and I told him just green M&Ms are great, but next time use rubber gloves. So Totem on your right side of the screen now, guys. Totem is up by 3 points against Dead Rabbits with 11 minutes on the clock.
Plenty of time, but Dead
really
Rabbits,
we need to see some Dead Rabbit movement up the field.
And they're doing it. They're showing some urgency. They're into the snake immediately. They're into that juice box. Dead Rabbit snake player has an opportunity to crawl the inside, I believe.
Yeah, so here comes Totem into the snake. He came up the tape side from the snake insert.
Dead Rabbit's bouncing out to that snake corner. He may have overslid, and sure enough, he loses that battle. That corner bunker is so dangerous to get into, and now there's an overslide risk. Yeah. He's launching. Does he? I don't think he gets him.
He does not get anybody, but he definitely drew enough guns over there.
I'm going to guess that the Tiki'S Totem player thought that he was at the 50 brick, and he was a little surprised that his opponent wasn't there waiting.
Yeah, and he also did, to his defense, had 2 guns ready to shoot him.
Waiting for him.
Yeah. Although Totem do still have a snake side player in the back corner.
Dead Rabbit player walking out of the snake.
So we are a 4-on-4 now, from what I can see. Totem's moving into snake insert and busting out to snake can. Looks like they're going to put together a push here. Meanwhile, you're in the snake tower shooting Doritos and Dorito 1. So it looks like we've got a good equal push on both sides of the field right now. So whatever happens to drop, they're going to be able to monopolize on.
So really not much resistance from the Dead Rabbits on this snake side at the moment. The juice box is looking inside, so they don't even have a good gun looking that way. I wouldn't mind seeing the juice box dropping back to that tower to get a better look into this snake.
Here comes what looks like to be Devin coming down the field.
Here we go. There's going to be
for Totem.
This is a big gun battle about to happen between the juice box.
Oh.
Juice box looks away at the wrong second.
Totem couldn't have timed that any better.
Oh. That was the best chance for them to stem the bleeding, and unfortunately looks away just the wrong second.
Yeah. Had Dead Rabbits be looking that way, that could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't get upset with that player. He was one of the last players left. That's player number 19, Johnson. He had to look the other side. He had people coming down on him on both sides. So, stop giving him a hard time, Matt. He was doing the best that he
Johnson
can.
has some questions to answer, and I demand them.
Yeah. Wow, some really good play and really good mind technical play. Guys are making on the field decisions when their body counts are down and they're pulling stuff out. That's been working. So again, we're watching Sunday paintball, and there's a reason why they're on this field, because they're that good.
So I think the 2 biggest things that characterize as a player moves up in skill level in this game, and one is obviously gun skills and winning gunfights, and 2 is their thinking process out there in the field. I think as you get up into the higher ranks, these players just make the right decision more often, and that's a big factor.
Adam Stewart in the live comment gets the last comment before we start here. Donuts. That's what we need.
Well, Dilly's Donuts. They're here. They're on site. You can buy a bucket.
It sounds
of
like
donuts.
Adam is going to come and get us some donuts, so we'll wait and see on him.
That's considered an oral contract. That's now legally binding.
Shut Up, we're trying on the right side of your screen. They're up by 1 point with 8.5 minutes on the clock.
GG Factory takes a big risk, and it pays off. They get into the snake 1 right on the break, the snake inside wall, and he's going to move quickly to that snake wall 2. Nice crawl.
Allison being checked out and marked clean.
We got 5 alive for GG Factory. There's still 8 minutes on the clock, so that's not an issue yet. I don't think anybody from Shut Up We're Trying has picked up on the presence of this snake player, this GG Factory.
No, I don't think so. And really, that's going to be the tower that's going to find him first, and it may be too late if he's not careful. And he's being pulled on a minor.
Oof.
Oh, okay. So luckily for them, they don't pull Allison, who is their traditional snake player. Maybe he'll be able to get in and do something. But right now, things are not looking good here.
GG Factory's in a prime position and bump up to that 50. Start turning inside.
Yeah.
Getting some kills.
All right, Allison moved over, and he's on the tape. He knows there's a snake player there now. His team knows there's a snake player there now. So that was a good call to get over.
There we go.
Unfortunately for Shut Up We're Trying, they only have 3 bodies on their squad left. Home and Dorito can as well.
GG Factory can smell the blood in the water. They're starting to make all of their secondaries with abandon. They're going to push this field real fast here in about a minute. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression out of the GG Factory snake player, though. I think he's a little bit more passive than I'd like. Look, he doesn't have as much information as we do, so I don't want to be too critical. But there's not much threat to him.
Yeah. Oh, Allison gets clipped possibly from cross field.
Well, he doesn't think so, and neither do the refs. So.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't cross field. It was from the 50 player.
Oh, good defense. Good defense by Allison there. Catching the player going up the middle from GG Factory. That's a big kill.
So now we're 3 Shut Up We're Trying to how many GG Factory?
So GG Factory
4
right
for
now.
sure, maybe 3.
Yeah, they have that snake side wedge.
Oh, it's 4. I can see.
Yeah, snake.
So Allison can't really do anything here. Shut Up We're Trying has them at the 50 in the center bunker there.
Yeah, and there's no vision between Allison and that wedge over here on the snake side. There's just too many blockers.
And the problem with Allison is he's going to have to snap shoot his way out of there. Not a good thing you want to do. That's a 50-50. And he's got to stay alive here when the body count is low.
So GG Factory about a minute ago went aggressive, and now they've slowed down again.
Yeah. If I were GG Factory, it'd be nice if you could just send your snake player down and take Allison out.
Yep.
That would open up the entire side. Right now, they're just looking for a snapshot, and that may not be what they need.
No, I'd like to see more aggression out of this GG Factory snake player.
Allison is low on paint. He's got nothing in the nothing in his pod pack, and he's just one-balling.
His pod pack is filled with hope.
Yeah, and that hope is now all over the ground.
All right, GG Factory making a little bit of a push up the snake. There we go. Finally, their snake player gets up to the 50.
Oh,
Allison's
no.
unaware.
Allison loses a teammate.
Yeah, he is truly alone now. There's a run-through on the highway. Allison.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well done by GG. Taking your body, throwing it away just to get Allison, but that's going to crack open that game, and here we go.
Hey, Allison played a great game there, so, I know he doesn't feel great about how it ended, but honestly, he almost had that on his shoulders, and he was the best chance to pull that out for him. He got some kills, some vital kills, but just got surrounded, swarmed, and then bunkered.
Wow. Some exciting paintball.
Yeah, so that's going to tie up the game. GG Factory is going to get to 2-2. 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. As you guys know, you can see it in the when we're on screen, but we are sitting down. The moment half these games get into it, we're on our feet and we're kind of out of the booth. We're lucky that we have a cord long enough because we're kind of out of our booth looking at everything. It's nail biting, and I hope it translates at home. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying what you're watching. And you know what? Even if you're not, I'm here and enjoying it. So
it's stressful at times watching these games.
It is, and I don't even have anything on the line. Like, none of these teams am I rooting for, other than the fact that I'm hoping that somebody wins today.
I think my rooting interests my rooting interests have unfortunately gone home. God bless. Thanks for coming. But so yeah, I'm pure neutral from here on out.
Yeah. All right, and thank you to guys watching at home. By all means, put some comments up. We're watching you guys in the live chat. Very creepily, we're watching you.
Just make the comments nice. We're really fragile human beings.
All right, on your right, we have Dead Rabbits down by 4 points. This could be the game point here for Totem.
Yeah, Totem's in a commanding lead here.
Dead Rabbits going up to 50.
Good movement.
Center.
And he's live?
He looks like he's alive. None of the refs have reacted in a negative way. Snake player for Dead Rabbits gets eliminated and gets pulled. So we're down to 4 bodies already.
Another rabbit launching. I like their aggressiveness.
Well, it's do or die.
Yeah.
Kamikaze style, right? Get those rockets down the center of the field.
For the Emperor.
Yep. Pull those pins, hold them in your hand, and get ready to launch those grenades when you get up the field there.
Wow.
Well, you got to do some explosive stuff in the middle of the field.
Yep.
Sorry if my analogy may not be.
Yeah. Our analogies are getting dark here.
Yeah. But really, you kind of have to throw your body away at this point just to take out a couple. Hopefully you get one and maybe 2.
There's a lot of time on the clock, so you don't have to recklessly run into gun lanes. But you can't be sitting back trying to defensive your way out of this one.
Well, that's the thing. You are not going to pick these teams apart traditionally. You have to open it up. And that's why I say throw a couple grenades, get out there, and open it up. And hopefully you can take advantage of that.
I see a ref checking that Dorito over there for Dead Rabbits.
Well, that is his job. Please
pulls him out, and there's a miner. That's what I meant by the up-oh. So Dead Rabbit's going to get a miner. It's going to yank a very important player up the middle of that field.
Yeah,
I believe that may
another one.
Just the can and for Dead Rabbits. No, cannon up the middle. That player that ran up the middle on the break.
Still there.
He's still there. He's doing a great job. I think there's going to be a run through here trying to dig him out, though.
Yeah, that's Scott Johnson at the 50, by the way. We should give him some credit.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, did he?
It's a trade.
Someone took him.
Yeah, it's a trade.
Yeah, but he put an awful lot of pressure on himself there, and that was what the team needed.
And the last Dead Rabbit player taking a walk-off now. This is going to be a mercy for Tiki'S Totem. Good for them. It's going to be a walk-in buzzer hang for Tiki'S Totem.
Yeah, and that's going to clean up almost 5 minutes of gameplay on the clock.
You're counting the clock. You're like, well, how much early can we end this game?
Well, if you look at it this way, the faster we can get through these matches, the more games that we're going to be put on our field. Good games, good semi games, and maybe some final games. I know a lot of the playing for first and second may go on to the Go Sports field today, but we're certainly going to see a lot of third and fourth finishes today.
We also should expect to see a lot of other divisions besides just D2, semi-pro or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy watching some of the D5, D4. I think it's a lot of fun because they're a little bit more unpredictable.
Yep.
At this level of play, especially the semi-pro we've watched this week, the teams are so methodical about studying these fields and knowing how to attack them. It leads to a little bit of sameness of battle plan.
What I also like is I don't really know what's happening next. We kind of, when we're done this match, I'm going to talk to the scorekeeper and find out who's next on the next two split decks, and it's a surprise to me. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. We get to see D2.
Yeah.
We get to see some women's play. We get to see some semi-pro. We get to see whatever. Maybe even some D4 today. You never know.
With a fruit salad of schedule.
Yummy, yummy. So, 2-all tie here. 5 seconds on the clock.
5 minutes left in the match.
Sorry, 5 minutes on the match.
Double up at home for Shut Up for Trying. A little bit of a conservative breakout.
GG loses their snake corner.
So it's 5-on-4 advantage to Shut Up for Trying. I'd like to see them get out of that home double up, though. There it is. He's going to move upfield. They're actually going to double up the snake tower.
Wow.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how that plays off.
Well, we do lose and get a minor penalty on the Dorito tower over there. So that's going to take GG Factory down to 2 bodies left. Trying to fill out to the snake 2, but I think he got clipped. Regardless, GG conceded the towel.
They're going to towel out and try to save some time.
And we are back to X-ball time here, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got 2 minutes off.
Quick explanation for folks at home. If you're friends and family and you're not a hardcore tournament player, what we mean when we say we go to X-ball, that means we normally have 2 sets of teams up against each other in the field. When one match is over, either due to time or mercy rule, then all it leaves is the other match. Old school X-ball used to be just like this. You had no other team on the field playing with you. So it's just these 2 teams. They're going to have a little bit of a longer. Yeah. They have a shorter break as far as how it feels to them, getting off the field, cleaning up, and getting back on.
Yeah,
but
if
to
you're
you
the
and
last player walking off that field and you're spent, you have to still go get paint, get air, and walk back to the starting gate. And that may not seem like a lot, but in 2 minutes, that's an awful lot. Plus, within that time, you need to communicate to your coach what just happened there. How can I improve? Where do you want me? Am I even on next? Did I do well enough? Did I pull a fall beat? You know what I mean? What's happening next? And for the coach, it's hard to give a gameplay on the fly when the last thing you're doing walking on that field is thinking about the clock, going, okay, now what am I doing? So hopefully the coaches are able to utilize the players that are better rested. But for those that have skeleton crews, you got to be running these guys fast. And if they don't know their breakouts, or if they're calling them on the fly, or if they're running out last minute to the box, you don't have time to communicate with your teammates. When I was playing competitively, I liked to get to the box as early as I can so that I can sit there and I can visualize. And what I used to do as well is if I was running and sliding into something, I would make sure that I shot the ground where I was going to run and slide into, and that was my landing spot. So I had a visual cue.
You marked it. Yeah.
I marked it.
Yeah.
So, if you're a snake diver or Dorito runner, it's always nice to be able to walk by and do that. So we do have Shut Up or Trying up by 1. GG Factory a close point behind.
Looks like 5 alive, although a ref is going in to check that exact. For GG Factory, the snake tower is getting a check. He's been shooting his gun, so if he's hit, it's going to be a minor. Nope, he's clean. So 5 alive. Both sides, I believe, 5 alive.
Yeah, both sides alive. Shut Up or Trying is in Dorito 1. They just got eliminated out of Snake Can. Things are happening quick out here, ladies and gentlemen, so it still looks like it's a 5-on-4.
Right, so we have GG Factory in the Snake Can, Snake Insert, Home, Snake Tower, and the Dorito side can. Mm-hmm. They're really not pushing much in the Dorito side yet. I see a lot of guns over here shooting Snake side. Yeah. They are really focused on that. They do lose their Snake side can on that back line. That's going to make it a little bit harder for their Snake Insert to make that bump in.
Yeah. Shut Up or Trying are at home. Dorito 1, Snake Can, and Snake Tower. So really, they've lost a body, but they're looking for their next move. but their body language suggests they're waiting for GG Factory to drop a body or two before they figure that out. They're also up on points, so it's not on them to come down that field.
The impetus is on GG Factory. GG Factory does make a move up to that other tower on the Gerudo side, so home is now empty for GG Factory.
Irregardless.
And a bump from the tower to the juice box and into that snake side wedge for GG Factory. That is a great bunker to stop movement up this snake side.
Oh, watch this.
Oh,
We
he's
have a
gonna
bit of a run
launch.
through. He gets one, but that's all he gets.
And he was not even aware that that juice box was hot. He was locked onto the tower.
Yes. So he didn't get his target, but he got bonus point there.
But in that confusion, the GG Factory player makes a move into the snake.
Yeah. We did, as Shut Up We're Trying, we did manage to catch up that, or see that. We're now in position to get into the snake, and the player is looking to, there he goes, into the snake on the tape side.
GG Factory has his gun up on that tape side. He's kind of daring him to come out and try to gunfight. This is a big battle here.
Looks like that's Phillips on behalf of Shut Up We're Trying in the snake right now.
Phillips reacquires gun dominance down that tape line, but then gives it up to look on the inside. In the intervening moments, the GG Factory player makes the inside move to Snake 2. He's considering bumping to Snake 50.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, he could. There's really nothing stopping him.
Shut Up We're Trying also in the snake has keyed up on the fact that GG moved over to the snake tower.
Yep.
So 3 bodies alive, but Shut Up We're Trying kind of hunkered down, not making any aggressive moves, just trying to lock it down. They're up on points, and we're now down to 1 minute and 20 seconds there, Matt. So GG's going to have to start doing some work here.
GG makes a kind of lateral move out to that D1, which is fine as long as you now use it to start moving upfield. They got to get going. This GG Factory player in the snake needs to start moving up. I don't think there's anything really preventing him as long as he drops low.
All right, I see.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a bit of a move here now happening on Tiki'S. On GG. They know that they're under a minute now.
Yeah. So there is a voice that clicks into the whole arena that says under 60 seconds, and you often see the mood of teams shift real fast when they hear that clock.
Looks like Cody and the snake for GG still has tons of paint. Oh, you guys lose a body, it seems.
They lose the body in that inside wedge over here on the snake side. The Gerudo player also trying to make a push there for GG Factory.
Yeah, that was Newell.
Gotta go, guys. Time is ticking away.
All right, here comes. Oh,
no, he got away with it, but he's definitely gonna get bunkered out.
Nice play by Green, seeing what happened and taking that opportunity. But that's going to leave the last player on the other side, number 22.
And more importantly, 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
Just has to.
Now it's too late.
Well done. Well played by Green.
Yeah.
That was what saved that point.
A big counter move.
Yeah. As well as, let's not, let's be real, Glidewell over there holding it down on the Doritos. That finished off the point there.
So I'm gonna unfortunately be a little critical here. Again, I give this caveat beforehand. We have a lot more information than the players do. They're under fire. They don't have a good communication. It's easier for us to be critical, so don't take it to heart. The guy I'm about to criticize is a better play than me. But nonetheless, so the GG Factory player was in the snake was much too passive. During that point with the time running down, there really was nothing opposing him from making the bump up the snake.
Yeah.
The tower was dead over there. If you look back and you watch this, take it as a learning lesson. Again, you're a better player than I am.
Can you imagine if these players out there knew what we knew, not as players, but as where the other teams were. The information we know, not.
It would be totally
so
different
if they knew that, this whole thing would be different. You'd see faster moves. You'd see more calculated moves. But right now, as commentators, we have a hard time seeing certain bunkers on the field. Think about when you're looking the narrow side of it, how much harder it is to see those. And if you miss a move or two, it's hard. And you can't. It's not like you can get your head up and go, hey, what's going on down there?
Yeah, get your head
you just
taken
get
right
blasted.
off.
So,
all right, well, great match. Congratulations. Unfortunately, GG Factory not moving on. Dan Sensi, one of our broadcasting partners, had a little more time on his hands. Congrats. We're going to move on to the WNXL match.
Absolutely. So don't go anywhere, guys. We got lots more coming up just after these.